Life Adventure News.
Andy, good to have you with us tonight. So it seems like there's a couple of narratives that are coming out of this story in Seattle, and you saw how calm and relaxed Governor Inslee was about the whole thing. This is a quote from Forbes. It says, protesters have claimed a 6-block area of Seattle's Capitol Hill, allowing individuals to enjoy movie screenings, poetry performances, free food, medical supplies, and more in a makeshift camping area that serves as a prolonged demonstration against police brutality. Is that what your reporters saw on the ground there?
Well, that's part of it, but that's not the full picture. It's hard for me to overstate the anarchy that's on the streets in a neighborhood in the largest city in the Pacific Northwest. You have here a group of several hundred people who have laid siege to a territory and have claimed it as a separate political entity from the United States. And aside from images of them dancing and having a good time, they also have people going around who are armed and acting as security and also border checkpoints. So to go through, you have to go through these physical barriers that have been set up. And it's complete anarchy because the police precinct that was there has been boarded up. The police have abandoned it. So if you happen to live in that area, if you happen to run a business in that area, you are on your own. And according to what Seattle police said at a press conference yesterday, they made aware that some businesses are being possibly extorted for money inside there.
So, I mean, who are those businesses to turn to if they're being extorted? And there was one document that was online that was sort of giving people advice about chemicals and how there are pool companies in our district here that maybe might have some of these chemicals. That has since been taken down. But where do they go? Who do they call if they're scared?
Well, they're supposed to be calling the Seattle police, but Seattle police are staying away. Probably from pressure from politicians and local leaders who have expressed verbal support for this autonomous zone. I think you mentioned the chemicals posting that was posted on Reddit in a forum that was set up in support of this so-called autonomous zone, and it's more insidious than that. It was people giving directions on how to make chemical weapons based on what can be found around the area. So you have people who have the intent of potentially harming people who want to restore some type of order there, and you have comrades who are coming armed with rifles and handguns.
So you had some of your folks spoke with Raz Simone, and in the video that we showed, and I watched the whole thing earlier, he's definitely trying to sort of de-escalate the situation. He says there are different groups here, where there are different leaders who are here in this area, and we're all sort of sorting things out, and it's all just about community and figuring out how we're going to move forward and how we're going to maintain this place over the next however long they're going to be there. What did you make of his tone in that interview?
Well, from other live streams and videos that have been coming out since the Monday night when this entity was established, this person has kind of made himself somewhat of an unofficial leader, going around with the bullhorn, strapped with a long rifle on his body. And even though those within this camp, the extremists inside, say that they have no leaders, in the absence of power, there will be those who will take advantage of the situation to elevate themselves. And I think potentially that's what we're seeing with this one individual and others as well. Yeah. And I just hope that those who are stuck there, who live there, who work there, are no longer failed by Seattle politicians.
Yeah. Before I let you go, Antifa, you've been studying this group for a long time. You claim that you were attacked by them. We have shown that video and spoken to you about that on this program. Why do you feel strongly that they're some of the leadership of this group?
Well, you can look at the messaging that is in the graffiti that's written all around. They are using the Antifa slogans. And then on top of that, you look at all the social media accounts that are amplifying this autonomous zone and calling for other zones to be established in other American cities. They're coming from Antifa accounts. They're not hiding it. It's in plain sight. It's in front of us. And I think those who are trying to obscure this reality are doing it for political reasons.
Yeah. Andy, thank you very much. Good to have you with us tonight, and good to see the reporting from your group on this incredible development that we're watching in Seattle, and that we have concerns about could spread to other places as well. Andy Ngo, thank you very much.